Okay, not as clean anymore.
No. Shout down towards outside. He's lucky. Goes aggressive with that 8k. Friend has the cross and knows that nobody can be down. So that is at least good news. You don't have to leave anyone rotate on over. As I believe Enterprise are boosting somebody heaven so they can double up ramp here. Or maybe just getting badge meat to be a quick rotation. Actually, Demo's leaving ramp, which is a little bit of an issue. That's a problem. The reaction is to push outside and try and gather some information, but instead, Espionage are just going to walk towards the ramp, and well, they're making steps now. I believe this is going to be heard. Yeah, they're out ramp. We need to get down towards this B-bomb site.
Yeah, they're hearing everything right now. Quick rotation in towards Decon. It's going to be Exit. He can try and open the door on timing. Spam from the back, gets one and does a whole lot of damage to the second player. That's not a single one of the rifles though, and this is a bit of an issue. Still have two AKs to worry about. One of them towards the back of the site, the other one towards the top of the rafters. Damage is still being done and kills are being found.
Doing a great job of just containing Espionage right now to the site, and yeah, Enterprise are just picking up these kills everywhere they go. Lucky's in a good position, top site. Cabby swings round to hit two deagles, but needs two more. Needs to try and double up. Misses that chance, misses the next opportunity that follows, and the only thing that follows him is a death and another lost round. Yes, you get a bomb plant, it's going to help out a little bit. Unfortunate that they just couldn't hold onto the site, but Ted, the utility use from Enterprise and that quick rotation were just absolutely perfect.
Yeah, incredible patience by Enterprise. They realize that even though the bomb plan has been secured and there's one or two rifles, obviously they know it's because this is how many players survived in the previous round. They know they have no real estate to work with. Of course, talking about the T's, no util. So staying on the bomb site itself would be extremely uncomfortable. And they just tried, as you pointed out, to contain them. They were able to do so really successfully. They end up losing 3 players in that round, which I guess is all right for the Danes. You look at the money of Enterprise, it's not terrible. But you could see a world where if Espionage win 2 rounds here, they could reset them and potentially have a pretty successful T side all in all. The thing is, the last couple buy rounds have been extremely one-sided and comfortable for the Poles. This is when you need to change things up if you're Espionage. You're hoping for a different outcome.
Steps being made, but it is only the steps and the noise of one player. Iceberg's going to get down. Ashmi's going to rotate and make sure that Secret is on lock. And as I say that, Iceberg with that kill is going to be able to unlock it. And how about a second? That is perfect from Iceberg. But the rotations are just so quick once again. It doesn't matter because Iceberg is absolutely terrorizing them right now.
And he did it alone. He was all alone. It wasn't even debate of him making the steps going down and everybody else joining up. I guess for the second kill, maybe when the player was looking in towards double and Iceberg just swings, but even gets a 4K here. Exist won't save. It's no AVP. What a round from the IGL. And the entire idea of this play was Iceberg just pretending that he's alone and then the pack being behind him. But he just does all the work by himself. Gets the first one, deploys the Molotov, catches Chow, and the third one was just the cherry on top.
Do have a tactical pause, so unfortunately we will be delayed before we see the 9th round played out. But Espionage needed that one, and sometimes you need a play like that. It's always great to see it from your leader, right? You know, to say, okay, you know, I will do it. If I have to do it, I will do it, and we can get back into this game. That's really gonna kind of rally the troops and maybe build up a little bit of momentum for the Danes, because it was looking pretty desperate there for a little while. There was at least a moment of doubt in my mind for sure that Enterprise could have just ran away with that first half and Espionage would be stuck on maybe, you know, 3-4 rounds and that'd be it for good. But now this is very promising. You manage to beat Enterprise in this next round. Money's going to be a little bit all over the place for the CTs, so yeah, you're in a prime position now to really get a solid showing on your T side, on your map pick, no doubt. And let's not forget, we've got Inferno coming up next, and we know that that's been a punishment pick that Enterprise have tried to go for, to try and punish Espionage for leaving it in the pool. Usually a map that they don't play all that much. I believe they they've played it 5 times, which by Espionage standards is absolutely ridiculous considering how much they play.
Yeah, they've played it 5 times. They were able to take down only Arcred and Forza. I mean, Forza is a good one, to be fair, but that was back when they were playing the IM Chengdu qualifier for Europe, and the one that was probably the most disappointing result for the Danes so far this year, to be fair, is something that we haven't quite mentioned. And I feel like this is it just adds up to the point of how important this tournament is for them and making playoffs and making deep runs into tournaments, because Chengdu was their chance to actually qualify for a big event, and they ended up losing to Nemiga in the grand final in an 0-2 fashion, which was a bit of a low blow. Obviously, they couldn't qualify for the major either, which again was fairly disappointing for them. Didn't even make it into the RMR, to be fair. But yeah, you look at Inferno, you just compare it to some of the other results. I mean, if you want to compare it to the Nuke, where they've won their last 3 in a row, and if you want to look at the larger scale, they've won 10 out of their last 11. So the last team to actually beat Espionage or Nuke was Nexus, the Romanians, in a 16 or a 13-6 fashion. Sorry, I did it again. 13-6 fashion, 1st of April, first day after the final of the major, so probably not as warm as they would wish to be. But you look at the others, they've just been besting a lot of teams, and one of them actually being, well, 2 of them being Polish teams, right? You're looking at Permita twice, 13-10, 13-8. Now, they haven't really played Enterprise on it, even though they actually did, and they beat them 13-6. That was a comparison. The only best of 3 that those 2 teams have played between each other, that was on the 10th of January this year. It was the Copenhagen major qualifier, as you can imagine. It was the open qualifier that actually got X Thunder Flash into the close qualifier. It was the best of 3 to advance, and the Poles won it 2-1. Obviously, the Vita was quite different. We had an Ancient and a Mirage as the second as the third. Now we have an Inferno and a Vertigo. With that being said, though, back to the swing of things. Great feel of time. Time to watch some CS.
Time to watch Friend once again get aggressive. This time, it's towards outside. This time he's found an entry. He's lost Chow, though. And Friend is going to tuck himself away in towards Secret. I wonder will the T's read into this at all? Nobody has seen him, and the T's begin to walk a little bit closer. I don't know if that scope has been heard. Kavi, looks away at a vital moment, and he's going to get taken down as well. Not expecting the Opera to be there. That's 2 kills. Now they go Enterprise's way, and they're a man up.
Yeah, and Mister couldn't even challenge for the refrac, even if he wanted to, right? He's the one with the bomb, so he needs to just hold on to it and accept the fact he's just lost his teammate. But because of the lack of presence towards outside, they might feel pressure to go for an aggressive play in towards lobby. And it's a successful one. Exist finds the first one with a second, even through the Molotov. Down goes Lucky, and it's just Mister left. A 1 versus 4 clutch on the cards for the Exastralis boy. But it could be a little bit too much to ask of him. By me will go down, and second player is low on HP. That Molotov will solidify the kill. He's on 3 HP. He's not even going to get to swing. So Mister, this could be on, but Demo's position, that could be the game changer. He can deny the bomb from going down.
He's just going to take his time, but he's allowed Mister to get in towards the hut. Okay, this is still doable, although Demo is just going to stick this bomb and pray that Friend is going to hit the shot, trying to line it up. Demo still sticking it. It's a 10-second defuse, and he's got it just about. Luckily, so as Mister, he found all of those kills. He made that very doable indeed. Friend was wayward with the shot at a vital moment. The Opera missed, and if there was a second more, I mean, that round is a completely different story, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I mean, Mister is still able to make it too close, right? I'm surprised that Baimi's not even aware of outside being a possibility. He's exposed himself like that and gotten on top of the HUD, and then Mister, perfect kills on Bob Friend and Demo, but round slips through his fingertips. Now, the good news is they were still able to get all 5 kills. So you look at the CT side economy, it's not great. And especially with Lucky picking up that first kill and the money that Espionage have going on for them, there is still a way back for them into that first half, and still a possibility of building up into a pretty successful T side.
Once again, Chao is going to be the first casualty, which is a little bit of an issue. I mean, some rounds he's had success, and in other rounds he's been the one to just kind of give it away. Just give away that opening pick. Looks like Espionage are going to change up the approach here, swing out towards the door. Exist tries to drop onto the site, but that A bomb site has fallen over, unfortunately, for Enterprise. This has been a great call from Espionage. Early aggression towards outside with that AWP. They find the pick, and then they just go and hit a weak bomb site. Enterprise have 2 players below ground, and I think they're going to stay there for the rest of it.
Yeah, that's been a great T side from Espionage, and it's kind of like you're watching a Danish team in a nutshell, right? Even when it feels like they're struggling, they're still able to do the damage. So the moment that they start winning rounds, you just realize in what type of a great position they've put themselves. And you know what? On the back of winning or losing back-to-back winning full buy rounds without winning a single fight, some teams could find it really hard to bounce back on the T side of Nuke. Espionage, they've shown that their adaptation on this map is on a pretty high level. Again, when you think about it, it's actually crazy. Enterprise were able to get 10 unanswered kills in buy rounds, and Espionage are still about to get away with at least 4 on that T side. Well, I say at least 4. You look at the CT side economy, it could be 6 in the end of the day. Quite realistically, you see the force buy here. If it doesn't work out, they need to send it once again, potentially without a premium rifle in the last one. That's a great chance for the Danes.
It is a fantastic opportunity, all things considered, because it was a little bit iffy at one stage for sure. This round is definitely within their wheelhouse. Just being very patient right now. They're burning out a lot of utility.
Yeah, they are. You look at the money on the side of Enterprise, there's just 1 smoke left, and they've already lost Fred in towards outside. That was the M4. That was the only rifle.
He goes down, and Iceberg hasn't seen Chao just yet, which is a little bit suspicious, because if you haven't seen the outside player, the outside rifle, usually, you're kind of going, okay, well, where is he going to be? And he sits ready and waiting. He actually has got his hands on that M4. And if he gets up towards A in the nick of time, this could be a very good sight hold for Enterprise. Although it be with a weak buy, Espionage are gonna still try and make their way out towards the stack. The smoke down. Exis does a lot of damage. Chao needed more than just a 1, and unfortunately the SMGs can do absolutely nothing. They all fall along with the pistol, and that's a 5th round for Espionage.
That was perfectly played by Iceberg in towards outside. I just want to emphasize on that. Iceberg is probably one of the best IGL's outside players on Nuke, on that level of play right now. You just see him initiate the first fight, and then, as you pointed out, he recognizes the fact that Chao's nowhere to be seen, so he just plays it really passively. He doesn't want to get caught off guard by an off angle. Everyone slows things down. They just wait for the reaction from the CTs, and then when they don't get it, they just group up and go together in towards the A-bomb side. Great execution, good util, perfect refragging if needed even. And now you look at the purchase for Enterprise. This could as well be 6 rounds on the T side for Espionage, which would be a wonderful recovery.
Oh, what a perfect way to start it as well. I mean, it's a little bit of good fortune for sure, but you have to be spraying in the right place, and the Zipnik's peak not going to work out for Exist. I believe he was trying to maybe cross over towards CT Vent, but I don't think he's going to get there. Iceberg's going to get a fight here, not just
what
one
an
of them.
awful angle.
He's going to get 2. I mean, Friend tried to come clearing it out, and okay. I suppose
Doing your best Assassin's Creed impression.
Yeah, I mean, we seen a Batman peak yesterday.
Yeah.
And there was even a sick edit from the Permitta guys over on Twitter. Now, no time to edit the setup. It has to be Chow to hold the ramp, as he will not be able to do so. The AKs will reign supreme once again, making their way down, but they are running into a fellow rifle, a fellow AK. Demo on the back of the site instantly takes down Cabby, but does not get any of the fights that he was looking for. Instead, he falls, and bomb only tapped. Espionage taking every necessary precaution to make sure that By Me doesn't get by in this round.
Unfortunately, he's left by himself and will probably go down. I mean, this is a good pickup, but a really tough angle to clear out. Still does a considerable amount of damage to Quest, but this will be 6 rounds in favor of Espionage. In the end of that first half, it's a magnificent score when you're looking at it. T-side nuke, you get away with 6. Especially when we were talking about the best map of the Danes. You gotta feel like they should be able to convert and close it out in the second, and considering what the start was, this is a great recovery. The back-to-back clean rounds from Enterprise and by rounds 2, and then Espionage are still able to bounce back and get 4 out of the last 5 rounds of that first half. This pistol round could put a start to, well, I guess a continuation of the great form on Espionage, but put the start to a fantastic CT side.
This would be an ideal round for Espionage. Cabby feeling a lot of pressure towards outside, and he's calling for the rotation of his teammates. The USPs long range are going to be an awful problem for the Glocks to deal with, but it's a P250 that's left standing, trying to do it all. 1 versus 3 is not going to happen, as those long range engagements, the swing to try and get across towards Secret, and even the players trying to wrap is just dispatched of very easily. And Enterprise, they will not have the luxury of a bomb plant in this round, but they're still going to go for the forced head.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of feel like you don't have a choice right now. Obviously, you can just eco it and you can be down 6 and 8, but I feel like the process of thought that is going through their heads right now is they would probably expect us to go for an eco. We've lost 4 rounds in a row. We've lost 5 out of the last 6. We don't want to let those guys build up the momentum on the CT side. We want to try and disturb as early as possible, but that holds a risk. If you end up falling flat here, you will be down not 6-8, you will be down 6-9. And Espionage might get away with 3 in a row, and look at that position. Cabby will just mold him down. This is the worst possible start to a round like that.
And the only way back into it is if you manage to get down towards the ramp. That HE is going to be perfect. The damage was enough done to Demo, and it lands at the feet of him, explodes him, and Enterprise's explosion towards ramp now known. Although they have collected 1 kill. Friend has an M4 that he can maybe put to good use. And finds Cabby. This is getting dangerous now for Espionage. It was looking like a perfect round. It was looking like it was going to be a clean one. Now, I'm not so sure. They've got 1 player above ground. That's going to be Mr. in the heavens. And the SMGs are below on B. And it's the SMGs to make the play. They're going to look for the information. And it's just this Tech 9 solo behind the red box.
Yeah, he's low too. The moment that they spot him out, he's going to go down. And that was the bomb. Oh no, it's actually on Friend. All right, the round is still on. Kill found. Friend does have 30 seconds to work with. 2 players spotted being aggressive, so he should be looking for 1 more. And now the question is, where has Mr. gotten off to? And this position is so difficult to clear out. You have so many angles to be wary of. You're surely not looking up in the rafters, surely not on this angle. Mr. doesn't realize it, but there is a player walking right below him and a player trying to plant the bomb right below him, so he's just gonna finish it off. A bit of a surprise stab the first time, and then the headshot with the second. Espionage get 8, 3 survive, 2 rifles, 1 MP9, and a full reset without even a bomb plant for Enterprise.
I will give credit where credit is due to actually get that into a winnable position. You know, to get it even into a 1 versus 3 was a good job from Friend and By Me, but you know,
we're not going to talk about the fact that Mr. tried to jump scare him, right?
Yeah, no, he just...
All right.
He was just letting them know. That was a little bit of mental warfare there that we seen. Just saying that, you know, I'm in control.
You will die in 1 second.
Yeah. You will die when I say so.
And you're not planting that C4.
Not at all. Well, Cabby seems to be planted towards this red box because you can't get him out of here right now. He's still deep. He's waiting for the flashes and the utility of his teammates, but only 1 kill for him as he is going to be dropped. And the SMG is trying to get a little bit closer, but you don't want to get too close to a Deagle because they can definitely hurt. And a 3 versus 3 is still entirely doable. That HE should land flush. No. In fact, I thought it was going to do a lot more damage by me maybe getting away with 1 there.
Yeah, too high. Still, you don't want to give more to those pistols. Let's not forget, this is just an eco with a couple of egos being invested, and you have a full buy on the other side. Flank from Quez gets activated, and he's going to collect a double. Like, he helps him out, so Espionage get a grip of it. Get a hold of the situation. That's 9 now, and it's 6 in a row for Espionage. Obviously, 3 of them being in the first half, and 3 now on the CT side start. But the first buy round is coming up for Enterprise. You're going to get to see them on the AKs. You're going to get to see them have the utility to work with. No AVP for a friend on that T side, unfortunately. And like, you will have one on the defensive side of things, but this is where you want to start winning rounds. If you're Enterprise and you're still putting your hopes on a competitive nuke.
This is where you want to start getting bomb plants. If you don't, you know, it might be a little bit longer until we see the AKs out. Looks like they're getting set up for a double nade towards back site, and Mr. is home. Iceberg might be there as well when he gets, and actually it was for the top of the silo. Enterprise do not spring out off this though, but they are showing a lot of lobby presence, so Espionage are going to be slightly concerned about what's going on. But back towards outside smoke's going to be thrown from Chow. And this is going to make it very difficult for Lucky to gather information unless Exist goes early, which he does. Oh, that's a perfect pick to find.
Yeah, Exist just not waiting out his smokes, right? Giving his way alive, giving his way, his life away. Giving his way alive? That was a good one. I did try my best with it. One of my pieces of art. Still though, a free kill. No one in a position to even try and refrag and punish that AVP. And look at Cabby. He's heard the steps of the player being down, but he's on the flank. Surely they realize it's just one player trying to make noise, right? I think they do.
Yeah, I mean, they're not moving right now. The issue is the RAM players are in a little bit of trouble. Quez is going to go back and look for this, and this is great awareness from him, realizing the timing of Chow could be up. Quez is just going to deal with him, swat him away, and molly towards Hull. Yeah, it's over. You can see they're already exiting. They're already going towards T-Roof, and they've made noise on the ladder as well, which is going to maybe give it away if Espionage want to try and run them down. This save isn't so bad. If they can keep the 3 rifles up, that's great, because, you know, they don't get a bomb plant, yes, but they're keeping some util, you know. It maybe Chow and Exist can, you know, take the hit a little bit and just buy Galil, so they have really what they need, and they will get another buy round. Because if they just run into a bomb site there, don't get anything from that, not even a plant, I mean, they're on Tech 9s again. So Espionage really strutting their stuff on this CT side.
Yeah, I mean, that's we're still counting. That's 7 in a row now. And you said it wasn't too bad for Enterprise because they still get to reinvest with a Galil and a Mac 10 into this one, and they're still going to have a decent amount of use. So it's perfect for Espionage, though. I mean, now they have a massive financial cushion to lean back on. Quez, though, might get tested in towards the ramp. 4 people on the other side of that smoke. He does commit to the spam, doesn't realize, but it has been enough to fend them off for now. It's actually fended them off big time. They've sent those 4 ramp players in towards outside because of that one smoke of Quez.
I don't mind this at all. It doesn't look like outside smokes are going to be lined up here. They're thinking about it. They're considering it. But I think they're just going to smoke maybe the 2nd and the 3rd.
Yep.
Do it out the 1st. Try and cross. Maybe even walk into main with these. Cabby's in a really good position to know if anybody's down secret. So Iceberg has everything covered, it would seem.
Oh, spotted. Just one guy again, and they have a player down secret. Lucky started making his way back in towards the ramp. They're expecting the ramp reaction, but it's going to be the A-bomb side instead.
30 seconds, not a lot of time. Oh, there's a queue.
Molotov.
Oh, they walk into each other trying to get out the door as well. Oh, that's a big problem. They had a little bit of a timing maybe to work with. They could have beaten that Molotov and swung past it, but instead they get stuck on each other, and now they have 15 seconds to get in onto a bomb site. That Mac 10 kill is going to help. How about an AK-1 with it? The T's are lighting up the kill feed right now when they need it, but Quez on the lurk, on the flank of the night, everything and more. There is no time. There's nothing Enterprise can do, and they might be in danger of losing these rifles after time. Friend has no money. Chow has $800, and Exist is the only player to survive. The Danes are dominating on Nuke.
Oh, this is complete despair. It's absolutely awful. Heartbreaking for Enterprise. Not only it doesn't work out, not only they lose the round, but the 2 kills after time too. That is too much. Look at that from Quez. Chow gets killed after time, right on the timer. $800 for him, 200 for Friend. This is really sad. Look at the buy. Friend has got 1 flash, and Chow's got that in a P250.
It's not good, Ted. It's not good at all. You're staring down what could be a 12th round for Espionage and 6 chances to close out their map pick after, you know, it was looking like it was going to be a competitive game after the first half. It ended 6-6. They haven't picked up a single T round yet. Nothing is going right for the Poles, unfortunately, on their opponent's map pick. Espionage are making do. Oh, Lucky. Well, you can see why he's named that. He wasn't even aiming for Friend.
No, absolutely not. I guess if you want to go down in Nordics mythology, you could say that the gods have favored Espionage to take that one home. It certainly feels like it. Lucky getting a kill like that, just opening up the distance, gonna reposition into more safety and towards the ladder. Cabby drops 1 more, and Cabby will double up and gobble those 2 kills. Demo hits the ground running. This is going to be a 12th round for Espionage. Not a single kill. They're just trying to go for fights, trying to find kills, and Baimi is the first one to be able to get away with one. The AVP goes down, but there's 4 more to find if you want to try and steal this one away, and that would be the most spectacular clutch we've ever seen in the history of those tournaments, but it's not happening, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, any kill he can get here is going to be good. I mean, not if not if Cabby is going to ring your head like a bell through the wall. But he has actually managed to get enough to purchase himself an AK. He is going to have the only AK in the round for Enterprise, if even, but it's going to cost him everything. He's going to have nothing left in his bank account, no utility at all, and I can hear the tactical pause music just being played right now. Enterprise are going to try and gather themselves and maybe pull themselves back into this game, and there's not even going to be a single AK here, Ted, by the looks of things. This is very, very desperate times for Enterprise. Their T side, unfortunately, it just hasn't bared any fruits.
No, absolutely not. That was the 6-3 game in favor of Enterprise on the CT side. That was the 6-3 game that had a reset on the line, and it could have potentially been Enterprise running away with a really solid first half, right? It ends up being, well, 12-6, probably 13-6 by the looks of things. This tactical timeout is not about the comeback. This tactical timeout is about gathering yourselves together, as you pointed out, and just trying to win as many rounds as possible. You don't want to let Espionage feeling as comfortable as they are right now going into the second map.
Lots of util raining over onto the site. No commitment, though, just yet from Enterprise. And, well, it is just one set of nades that have been kind of thrown over. They're going to wait, and I believe this is going to be a re-execution in just a moment. Now they're going to commit off this. They can't afford wait any longer, but they need to find the kills on the entry. They managed to clear out the top hub player, but the door player is still lurking. Only one kill. It's a heavy A presence, but the T's, they're doing what they can. They're doing what they must, and they're finding a way to battle back and take control for now. But the damage really has been done. Friend on 14 HP cannot be confident going into any engagement at all. Quez even has a HE, so a perfectly placed one will take him out of the round, and he just has to chuck it behind the blue box. Enterprise freeze for a moment. They don't have the bomb in their possession, but it is down somewhere on the site.
Yeah, and the thing is, Espionage won't really move a muscle, right? They just need to make sure they don't get flanked in towards the heaven, but they're going to be so quick to rotate down B if needed. And Enterprise, they just don't feel comfortable. They need to pick up the bomb eventually and try to go for the bomb plan, but as you pointed out, that nade on Quez and the flashes, that would be pivotal. If placed right, the nade could grant him a kill here.
It softens up, exists a little bit, but they need to find the frags. Quez now just needs to drop him, and he will do exactly that. Finds the headshot through the box. The nade helped out for sure. Lucky even finding one on the way down, and it's a perfect CT side for Espionage. Enterprise need to hope their punishment pick is going to save them. Inferno coming up after the break.
The future of roofing. How can this little box be it?
Well, as many IoT things, it's not the physical chip or card that looks spectacular, but what it can do. This is what you put into your roof, allowing you to check the health of your construction while scrolling your phone. It calculates the absolute humidity of the outside air and the constructions, then sends this info to a roof fan.
This box gives you automatic ventilation on demand. How about that? The future of roofing. How can this little box be it?
Well, as many IoT things, it's not the physical chip or card that looks spectacular, but what it can do. This is what you put into your roof, allowing you to check the health of your construction while scrolling your phone. It calculates the absolute humidity of the outside air and the constructions, then sends this info to a roof fan.
This box gives you automatic ventilation on demand. How about that?
Welcome back, ladies and gents. We are ready to kick things off with the second map of our first series of the last day of the first week of the first season of the Elisa Invitational for 2024. And yeah, you saw what I did there? I did it purposefully. You know what else happened purposefully? Well, Espionage just beat the living freak out of Enterprise on Nuke. It was a 6-3 start for the polls on the map pick of the Danes, a 6-3 lead on the CT side, and then Enterprise just ended up not being able to pick up a single round until the end. Or let me rephrase that a little bit. Espionage ended up picking up every single round until the end of map number 1. A classical Danish masterclass on Nuke, Jack. Any different expectations of map number 2?
So what you're saying is Espionage took the first map. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we're ready to go for the second, but I don't know. I really don't know. This is meant to be a punishment pick for Enterprise. So this is kind of one that I don't really have too much of an opinion on, because both teams have been, you know, not showing really promising signs, really great signs. As we talked about already, Espionage, they haven't played this map an awful lot by their standards, which, you know, I mean, they've got, you know, 30 maps on, you know, the majority of them, which is absolutely ridiculous. These guys do not stop playing Counter-Strike, but Inferno is one that they've just kind of left on the back burner, that they don't really want to pick into. But if it's picked against them, if they're going to leave it in the veto, they're going to be forced to play it. So they're going to be forced on it this time around from Enterprise. But it's not as if this has been a prolific stomping ground for Enterprise either. It's not like, you know, we're going into a map where they've got, you know, 80% win percentage on. They've won 1 out of 3.
Well, it was pretty convincing 13-4 victory against Bleed, which got a lot of people off guard. But you look at the last 2 games, it was all an extra, and they got 9 rounds in total in those 2 maps. So, as you pointed out, one really good day on Inferno, but can you replicate that? Well, we're going to have to wait and see. Quaz already getting quite investigative towards second middle, and he's not going to spot anything. So that's the third player rotating back. Not seeing anything towards middle might mean a 4th rotation too. Of course, the app still being a possibility, but Espionage will still have the majority of their numbers in towards the correct bomb site, and they do have a smoke on Mister and an 8.
Yeah, this could be quite good. As soon as the execute goes over, I mean, you can just drop that counter utility. Now, it is up to Enterprise whether they want to go through this or not, and oh my, that's gonna hurt. Mister trying to dodge these flashbangs, get in front of this smoke to try and find the kill. He's managed to stop them all and claim a double as well. Everybody swings in front of that smoke to do the damage, and they're just collecting frags. Enterprise are risking it all trying to go through this smoke, but sometimes you just have to risk it, and sometimes you have to admit when you've been bested, and they have in this pistol, unless friend with no armor and just a Glock can really do it all. And he's made a great start. He's found 2, but he's down to just 8 HP, and he creeps in closer. The trade just needs to happen. A body shot will do, not even the headshot needed. Back turned, Lucky takes him down, and that is Espionage picking up that CT pistol. Just a great solid haul from the CTs.
Yeah, look at that defensive util for Mister. That was absolutely phenomenal, right? He just waited for the initial take, and Enterprise had it all planned out. They had 2 smokes for coffins and CT spawn. They had a 3rd for the smoke, for the re-smoke in CT after they potentially planted the bomb. The Molotov for triple. That was such a heavy execute, but then Espionage just had the entire idea, right? A couple fortunate timings with just going aggressive and not being spotted out towards middle and second mid, having all the numbers in towards the B-bomb side, smoke from Mr. Flashes, everything was perfect. And they once again decide to go for the force buy. Apparently this is a repetitive thing that they are willingly exploring in their game plan. It wasn't just Nuke, it wasn't just a one-off. They do it here again. Without a bomb plant, you go for the full investment, and you've already lost so much HP and the player.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of it at all, to be honest, Ted. Maybe once you can go for it, but unless you get that bomb plant, you're just putting yourself really on the back burner for a few too many rounds. Should you not be successful, you collected 1 kill, but that's a great shot from Quez to drop Exist. Now, Quez moves in a little bit closer. This is a dangerous game playing up close against a pistol, but if you're Quez, you're full of confidence, so that's absolutely no issue. The reroute will come in for Enterprise. Galil in hand for Friend. Basmi's going to go first. As soon as Iceberg sees anything at all, he's going to drop that Molotov and relay that information to his teammates. But now, Espionage have been spread a little bit thinner, and technically, you've got a fair fight on A.
Yeah, that's a lovely jump spot, by the way. Gotta learn that one, folks. Of course, the risk is that they can walk upon you and pre-fire it. Some people do that, but as you said, 20 seconds. Going in towards that A bomb side, but Quez will drop the low HP of Buy Me, and the step has been made, so Mr. knows exactly what's going on. Friend still wins that fight, and he's going to upgrade himself onto an M4, but look at the repositioning from Quez towards the back of the site. Friend's not looking the right way. Quez confirms the kill. Make sure that the M4 is not going to go to waste, and he's going to try and set his teammate up for the pickup of the Galil, but he already had an M4, so that's not going to happen. Espionage shut down that force buy from Enterprise. 3 survive, and an eco coming up for the Pulse, considering the lack of a bomb plant. So this one is already starting to show some worrying signs here.
Yeah, look, it's all well and good if you want to go for them force buys, but you need to be getting a bomb plant, right? I mean, it's just such a massive risk, man. And now you're down to just 3 HEs, which are hopefully going to go in the right place, but you're being cut apart by Util yourself. Nice kill onto Iceberg. Mister is still trying to lock in the rest of these pistols, and look at Lucky pushing behind as well. Yeah, Espionage just run and gun them down, swat that attempt away with ease. 3-0, and now we've got the first gun round coming up, so possibly Espionage stopped, but that is what Enterprise need to hope for.
Yeah, Espionage have now won an entire map in consecutive rounds throughout the series. They finished off the first map after winning 10 in a row on Nuke, and now they've won 3. So, yeah, you're looking at 13 consecutive rounds for Espionage. It's been quite a long time since we've seen an Enterprise round win. They would be hoping for that to change, of course, if they want to change the entire nature of that game. Change the direction where this series is headed. Oh, that's a lovely double nade. Buy Me still gets the kill, but look at the damage. It's a 1-for-1 refrag. Friend down to 38 HP, and Banana Control still solidified for the CT. So this is one of the few occasions on which you could actually argue that the CTs are in a better position after a 1-for-1 refrag and a buy round.
Yeah, I'd say they are in a better position for now, but once you run out of utility and run out of, you know, just comfortability of holding on to that map control, that's when it gets kind of a little bit out of hand. But Mister, I mean, he's got a full utility belt, so everything looking quite okay as of right now as Enterprise begin to take space towards brackets. But they want to head back towards B, it would seem. That's what they're kind of maybe looking and waiting for. Oh, maybe a little bit of a wrap through CT spawn to be had, Ted.
Probably. Smoke doesn't lift up, so Diop's gonna reconsider, but this is just to drag that library player into our CT spawn. They want to go through this and attack A here. This is a great call.
Yeah, it's looking really nice, especially with that kill onto Quez. Cabby's just going to duck his head down for the moment and peek up and hopefully try and lock it down from this anchor position. He claims 2. Friend is down as well. Cabby is somehow still alive in the pit. He's a pit demon and you just cannot get him out. Chow is even going to fall. Cabby gets 4 and so do Espionage.
Oh my goodness, out of nowhere, Cabby, what the hell was that? That was such a great call from Enterprise. A 4 versus 5, they go for the split smoke, walk through, instant kill onto the first player, and then look at that from Cabby. Of course, we're going to take a look at only the final one with the USB, but he just takes the 1, peeks for a second. At 2 kills, he's already done enough, but it wasn't enough for him. He claims a 3rd, and then even a 4th for good measure with the pistol. That was phenomenal from Cabby.
Enterprise call attack timeout off that. Now, I wonder what the discussion is going to be there, Ted, because they have made the correct call. The issue is you just haven't traded out the second pit player. Now, of course, it was a nasty surprise that was awaiting you. It was just a setup from Espionage was perfect with the sheer amount of numbers that they had there. But Enterprise, they need to get something going here. You know, you made a very good point. 13 rounds in a row. Now that becomes 14 here, and with a possibility of a 15 should Espionage just swat away these pistols, and that is not a good start. Lucky already does the damage. Exist luckily just steps out away from that HG. Double molly towards middle though has burnt up a lot of utility towards A, so a pop could be imminent. Ooh. And well, Quez's head popped with a Tech 9.
Yeah, I don't think he realized it in time that there was pistols on the other side, and he had to make his way out of there. And now this is a bit problematic. They've lost the entire bomb site.
Yeah, this is another good call here from Enterprise. They managed to get up on the site. Espionage need to try and deal with it. Chow goes back, but he is going to be dealt with. There's rifles to be acquired here, rifles to be picked up, and well, Enterprise have them. Friend tucked in this corner. Is Cabby going to clear him out? No, gets completely blindsided. This is a save for Espionage. Unfortunately, their streak ends here, but thankfully for Enterprise, after that tactical timeout and the discussion, it's going to be a successful one.
I mean, you say unfortunately, they've won 14 rounds in a row, so
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, it would have been it would have been interesting, I guess, to see how far they can go with it, but you're not going to be too discouraged by it. I just want to put that into perspective. The last time we saw Enterprise pick up a round was when they were going from 5-3 up to 6-3 up on Nuke.
A long time ago.
In round number 5 here. Yeah, so what? That was round number 9 on Nuke. And now they picked up round number 5 on Inferno. So pretty much what I'm saying is, it's good picking up that one round, but you need to get consecutive ones because it hasn't been easy for you so far in the series. Now, thankfully, you are back to the guns. Unthankfully, Lucky has just dropped one through the smoke.
Oh, Quez in a little bit of trouble here. Oh, did he realize that Exist was close? And yes, he did. He just had enough time to react. Lucky posted up towards the apartments as the long walk is going to happen. Cabby falls and Lucky does not feel comfortable. Goes over towards shore, trying to dodge the flashes and where the T's are going to be coming from. He's isolated a fight for himself, and he has dropped the bomb. He knows that it isn't the A commitment for at least his rotation players to come on in, and Iceberg had sights on the bomb carrier. Demo was there. Double nade over, you know, both players are in the site, and Iceberg can keep them locked in here. In fact, Mr. now just needs to find the headshots. These headshot angles are going to be so difficult. And Mr. doesn't realize second player was on the site. You've seen 2 HGs coming from the right position, and Badgeme just takes him down. I think that's a little bit of a miscommunication from Iceberg's side. He's seen exactly where the trajectory of both nades came from.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been a little bit awkward. I'm not necessarily sure how the nades landed because they could have been thrown from other positions too. By the way, the fact that Lucky gets that kill. Yeah, I mean, both nades bounced
they hit the wall
in the wall.
there.
And yeah, they should have communicated it. A bit of an off moment there for the comms of Espionage, and they will be realizing that when they watch the replay later on. This is one that they're not going to be necessarily overjoyous with, but it does happen from time to time. Now, money will start being a bit of an issue for the defense, but they still have a somewhat decent investment. Hope for Lucky. Mr. on an M4, an MP9, but unfortunately, Cabin Quez on the 5.7s. Now, they do have the nades to work with, but Enterprise might be exploring the option of a bit of a quicker round. For now, though, to spread around, getting that map control and figuring out where you want to go. And the presence of Buy Me in towards the T round is the one that interests me the most, but we'll start to fall back, so an A play probably on the cards here. Oh,
Yeah, this is nice from Mister.
he gets that kill.
Unless he's
Or
completely
not.
blinded. Yeah, great flashbang. Just make sure nobody's going to be in front of it. Enterprise are going to spring in and up short to try and get it onto the side. There's still a nice crossfire setup. There's still another player towards the balcony that they haven't dealt with, and it's Cabby in towards his famous position once again, and he's still picking up frags. Cabby is a nightmare in towards the pit, and he might have just done enough. It's an awkward engagement, Glock long range, but Friend takes him down, and now Lucky in a 1 versus 1 versus Friend, the off battle that we have been waiting for. The bomb is planted and Lucky gets behind
my
them.
God.
Both players on opposite boxes. Friend gets down off it, and Lucky is ready and waiting with the pistol in hand, but he needs to land a few dinks here. The USP is not going to do enough damage to instantly take him down. Friend is going to get a chance no matter what. The dink is not enough, and Friend hits it. Enterprise clutch up. Espionage cannot believe it.
Absolute carnage. What is going on? How are Espionage even able to get that close? How is Cabby getting a double kill out of this? First one, all right. Then he drops and somehow gets one more. And Friend had to clutch it up in the 1 versus 3, and he does. 2 kills on the clock. Look at that reaction. That was his only chance. 1 shot, and he couldn't afford to miss it. Otherwise, he could have spilled all the spaghetti all over his sweatshirt, but he didn't. He stepped it up. Espionage go for a tactical timeout. Espionage go for an investment. They know the money is extremely low on Enterprise. They don't want to let them grind their way back into this game. But they have already started it. 3 rounds, the foundation on the T side, looking to make it 4 and reset that CT side economy once and for all. And if the last buy was questionable, now this one is something else. 3 MP9s, 1 Deagle, and a FAMAS. At least you have smokes on everyone, but no kit, and just 2 Molotovs and 2 flashes to work with too.
Aggression up towards top banana. This is really the first time that we've seen this engagement extremely early on, and Chow will fall unfortunately, but Buy Me with the refrag is going to be enough to at least gain that control here for Enterprise. They haven't really had the utility or the ways and means to kind of go about this aggression, and they think this round was going to be a perfect one to go for that fight, because Espionage are so weak on a buy, and Enterprise are trying to turn the screw a little bit here. But unfortunately for them, they have been kind of slowed down by that counter utility. But I don't think they're going to be too disappointed, because they are just baiting it out for now.
Yeah, but there's one more smoke for Iceberg, right? This is why he's throwing the first one so easily, and the MP9s are going to get active. And the issue here is the T's have only 1 smoke left. They need to go through this. They need to go with the play.
Cabby sat over towards B this time around, but no bueno. Falls. And Espionage, well, they just keep being cut apart here by Enterprise. This is going to be a leveled up game. Enterprise are back in this series with a bang. This is now 4 in a row, and Espionage can do absolutely nothing about it as they back on over towards that A site. I don't even think there's any rifles here to be acquired, because Chow died over towards top banana.
Yeah, you gotta go for exits if you want to have a rifle going forward, and this is why Lucky's closing out the distance so much. He's hoping that someone just runs into him. I don't think he even goes down the staircase, and he won't. We're leveled up for a piece, for surviving as well for Enterprise. There goes the replay. It was good effort from the MP9 and Mister, but needed a little bit more. And Cabby not being able to get away with a single kill. The thing is, even if he gets that 1 kill, I still don't think they get away with the round. The banana kill was happening from the AVP, so Cabby either goes absolutely nuclear once again towards the back of the side, or it was always going to be a T-side round. So the game of streaks continues. Enterprise have now won 4 in a row on the back of Espionage's 14. Of course, you still got to win a couple more if you want to answer back properly, but you've laid out the foundation. The base is there. It's looking good.
Yeah, looking really good as well by me. Aggression. Over the top of that smoke, he's going to be given 2 fights and he's going to collect 2 kills. This is looking like Enterprise are in pole position to grab this lead here. Mr. Going to get aggressive once again, trying to maybe catch a few players by surprise, but the swing with the sheer amount of numbers that were there for Enterprise was just never going to work out. And neither is this round for the Danes, unfortunately. The Poles now have 5 in a row, but at least we are going to see Espionage back on the guns in this next one. So we could see the possibility of us being level once again. But for now, Polska Gurum.
Yeah, Polska Gurum is right. It has been looking like it. What I'm starting to enjoy is actually Baimi's multi-kills in towards Banana. We did have a bit of a chit-chat that Friend has been the X factor for Enterprise recently, and I guess we saw that in his 1 versus 3 clutch 2 a couple rounds ago, which kind of put a start to that comeback here for Enterprise. But Baimi has been getting consecutive kills, or multi-kills in consecutive rounds and towards Banana now too, making quick work of the force buy and the previous one and the half buy here, with a double in each respectively. It is good to see. We did point out that both of those teams, I guess a Danish team doesn't really rely on its Oper that much to be the hyper carry. You rarely see a hyper carry on a team like Espionage, but they still have people like Cabby, I guess, that can step it up and they're considered star rifles, right? But then you look at Enterprise and you just have Friend who's been outperforming everybody else. So it's nice to see Baimi. It's nice to see Demo get fired up a little bit. Another tactical timeout. If you're Espionage, you're really hoping that Larson will be able to help you out. Of course, ex-Trick player, so he's been a teammate of all of those guys. And he was the IGL back when. Of course, it's now Iceberg taking the reins.
Ooh. Oh. I mean, the aggression down Banana, they had to do something, right? Because Enterprise were kind of building up a lot of confidence towards that part of the map in taking those engagements early on. Now, Iceberg goes down, but you go 1 for 1, which isn't all that bad, and you know probably you've done a little bit of util damage as well. Issue is you've lost all that control, so the rotation has to come on over. Look, he's going to chuck his smoke down, so Cabby at least has a little bit more room to breathe. And Enterprise are still looking like they're gonna head over towards B at any moment. As Lucky begins to throw the flashes in just to fake out that top Banana presence. He's going to be smoked off, and the hit is coming in just a moment.
Yeah, but he smoked them back. They need to wait it out. There's 30 seconds. Lucky's going to get ahead of the smoke in towards the side. If he gets a kill and then stays alive, that could be good enough. And the play comes in. Rotations need to come in, and they need to come in quickly, but he wasn't ready for a chow on the ope.
Mister, the spam through the smoke is going to be enough to at least net him a kill and at least inquire about this round. Mister tries to beat the bomb plant, but instead gets beaten away by an AK, and once again, Espionage's defense will not hold up. 6 in a row for Enterprise, and they are really cooking with gas now.
Yeah, they are. And you felt like it was not looking too bad for the Danes either, right? You have Lucky who's playing ahead of the util, so he should be able to get away with one, you think. But then he wasn't ready for them to just break the smoke instantly. He was probably waiting for them to jump through with a flash or something. Then they break the smoke. Chow's posted on the AVP on the other side of it. A player that you're not used to seeing on the big green, but gets a vital kill. And even with the kill through the smoke, even with Mister's play that did look like it had a lot of potential, could have easily just lined them up there and won the round for Espionage. Doesn't work out. That's 6 in a row now for the Poles. At least you've guaranteed yourselves a 6-6 half here. What do you do if you're Espionage? You still have enough money to go for it. Once again, no AVP for Lucky will be available in this round. And Iceberg will be downgraded to the MP9 for the sake of the util. A 3-man start in towards B, so probably trying to get that early map control.
friend is completely blind. He's dead, surely. He's not going to get away from this engagement at all. Another massive nade lands on top of By Me, but it's not enough to trade him out as well, and he will get away with his life. And Chow will now move forward to begin to take point, but Espionage are going to run down and try and clear him here. Are they going to be ready? Oh, Chow had a chance. He had a moment there maybe to find a double, but unfortunately it doesn't go their way. And for the first time in a very long time, we see Espionage in the driver's seat of a round. This double balk setup is something that Espionage do run an awful lot, but usually on ecos, Quez is just going to back away, as now Demo is concentrated on that pit. The same would exist. They're razor focused about this position, and that really could just set Cabby up for a lot of success. The smoke out, Quez is down, and Demo blindsided Cabby, looking for a little bit more. He won't get By Me, but he might have just done enough. The HP is low. By Me needs some instant headshots, but actually, in all fact, if he can line up the two of them and spray them down, this could be absolutely huge. He's walking the way around. Lucky is thinking about it. Oh, and he nearly does it. But Lucky finds the frag. 6 HP. Somehow survives. And the streak of 6 is over.
Oh my goodness, that was absolutely crazy. I'm lost for words. How does Lucky stay alive there? They just lined up perfectly. He landed a headshot, not on the player that he was lined up on. That was in front of him. He landed a headshot on the second player that was towards the back. That was absolutely mental. And it did work out. The banana exchange, the apartment setup looked really solid. Cabby's able to get away with a double and just leave By Me, who is low on HP. Look at that once again. So quick from Lucky. It is just one bullet, the difference. 1 millisecond. The difference between a 7-4 lead for Enterprise and a 6-5. And now Espionage with a chance. But look at the B-Rush.
Yeah, B-Rush coming in. That util is doing an awful lot of damage. They're eventually going to put out that Molotov. Lucky. Oh, not going to be that lucky this time. Just dropped on entry, and Enterprise just change up the approach. They just go super quick up towards Banana, and B buckles. Now, Quez and Cabby still have an opportunity to retake this. It's highly unlikely, but if they're able to maybe use the Molotovs, get fortunate through a smoke and try and burn out a few of these positions, that could be absolutely huge. Exist burns down to 11 HP, and there's 3 players stuck towards Pillar and Dark. This could go horribly wrong for Enterprise if they're not careful, but they just have so much utility as well. They'll keep outputting it, and they'll keep finding the kills. Quez, he'll risk it all, run through a smoke, but I think he will be stopped, and it's Chow, who can't even see, that shuts him down, and Enterprise will claim a 7th before the half is out.
Quite deserved, isn't it? It feels like it, especially after the comeback that they had to go through, the consecutive rounds. The fact that the last round they just lose to 1 bullet. It felt like they deserved to win that first half here, Enterprise, on the back of losing the pistol too. So at least you get a 7-5. This is still a good score for Espionage, all things considered though. At one point, it felt like it could have been 8 in a row, so they at least squeeze in 1 more. And now they're on the T side. We know how T-sided Inferno could be at times. And if Espionage are able to pick up the second pistol round too, we could still have a game on our hands. Of course, Enterprise looking like the better team when it comes down to the buy rounds, but let's see if the dynamic will shift in the second half. Ooh. That's dangerous. And he hasn't really seen anything, so he can't confirm on how many players there are.
Boosting towards the apartments. It wasn't so silent because there was a lot of kind of steps made, fortunately, as are we going to see the T's go through this wrap smoke? Yes, we are. They're just going to run onto this A bomb site if they can. They're putting a lot of pressure on Demo, but in towards the apartments. He is still alive, and yeah, the bomb's trapped right now. Needs to try and make its way forward. Iceberg trying to basically be a wall for the CTs to get past, and he's doing a great job of it, but eventually Chow is going to drop him. It's a 3 versus 2. Chow has the kit. Oh, and in retaliation, that's a great headshot, but Cabby and Quez now need to just sit together and play together. By me, he's got armor, he's got the kit. The HE at least softens up one of them. The swing onto site, trying to bait out the peak from both of them, but the swing, well timed, well coordinated, and a 6th round follows.
Well, he was able to bait out the peak from both of them just simultaneously, and this wasn't the goal of it, right? There's the replay again. Demo just doing a really good job at getting the first kill and staying alive for a little bit longer. Iceberg, that double was massive. He doesn't obviously know that both of them are low on HP. He actually gets the headshots on 2 gooshed up players. But still, Espionage pick up their 2nd pistol of the game. That's the way to go if you want to steal away your opponent's map pick. Even if they're more dominant when it comes down to the buy rounds, you win both pistol rounds, you get a good start on the T side, the same way that you did on the CT side. And we could be in for a really close and unnerving game for Enterprise, who have once again decided to go for a 2nd round force buy. 5 smokes, pistols. They're going to try and delay for as long as possible. I don't think we've seen a team force so profusely as Enterprise before after losing the pistol.
I don't think so either. They just do not respect the economy in this game at all, it would seem.
They're really persistent with it.
Yeah, I mean, they're trying to make it work, and my, it might just... Chow is still alive towards the back of the site. Cabby struggling to take him down. He's running out of bullets in the AK as well. Oh, no. Are we finally gonna see Enterprise pick up a round that they force into?
No.
Okay.
Probably not. I mean, they know Chow was the person towards the back of the side. They will, of course, slow it down for good measure, but Exist doesn't really want to leave them all alone, so he's going to stick around. He hasn't really heard anything. He hasn't spotted the smoke towards CT. He's not hearing the steps. That freeze from Espionage has made Enterprise second guess themselves, and they've guessed wrong. There goes the smoke. There will go the play. They will have to go for this. I mean, they're on the wrong bomb side, but they can have a quick flank in towards Banana. And Espionage taking their time is going to actually allow Enterprise to get set up fairly nicely. Exist will be up close in towards top car. Now, the main issue here is I'm not sure if there's guns to be picked up, and I don't believe so. So you have to hold on to the pistols up until you close out the distance.
Yeah, and Quez is going to spot you straight away, so he is going to just hopefully deny you. Oh no, Cabby's low HP as well. Now they've got rifles, they know exactly where he is. Cabby, this is so uncomfortable right now. Tries to transfer the 2 of them, but comes away with nothing. Exist takes him down, and Enterprise are after that golden round, which they so seek. But Espionage, the bomb plant, means that the Force by Wars, Ted, they are going to continue.
Oh my goodness, that was really awkward, right? It felt like they should have had the advantage, especially after getting that first kill onto Iceberg. Let's not forget, Friend and Chow were all alone. They were able to get away with 3 kills with the 5.7 and the P250. There's the replay. Quest not getting anything done, and Cabby just going for the swing there. Or going for the jiggle. Maybe a little bit too nervous. Could have tried and played for the time. You could make an educated guess that they don't have a kid going into a round like this one, but gives away his position. And it makes it a little bit more difficult. Friend on an AVP. On the prow. Oh, that actually doesn't connect. I'm a bit surprised. He tried to shoot the Molotov. Did he try to extinguish the Molotov with bullets?
Yeah.
He did, right? He shot at it.
Yeah.
I just got mollied here.
Yeah, it doesn't work
Right
like
there.
that, Iceberg, unfortunately.
You're trying to... That's... Technically, you're trying to fight fire with fire.
Literally.
It's just that... Oh.
Look at it.
Oh my goodness.
This round is cursed.
Having a good quick nap, guys. Wake me up when the next round starts.
Oh my goodness. My goodness.
And then, ladies and gentlemen, people will tell you that Inferno is not an entertaining map to watch. Show them this round.
Well, let's see if it's going to be an entertaining finish, because it's been a good start. happens right now. This short play is going to spring into action. Demo towards Pit, still alive, into what's the big Pit. They're not going to be able to force him out right now. They need to take down the fella that's trying to help him. And yeah, out of ammo, have to swap to the pistol. Lucky gets in his face with that SMG and collects that frag. Bomb planted safely. Important to note, Cabby will not be able to see it unless he swings wide from this position. But right now, he's evidently just content with playing this pixel angle, spotting for information. Enterprise have one kit, and that is it. By me creeps in a little bit closer. Cabby still just holding. If he drops by me, this round might just be sealed. Here comes the swing. Oh, he cannot stop him on the cross, and Fred will take him down. Defuse pulled off. It's another Enterprise round, and Espionage, there'll be some stern words about that crossfire, surely.
Oh, yeah, this is just really unfortunate, right? You feel like you should be winning it. It's just a couple of missed shots, missed timing on the play. It should have worked out. They dealt with the A presence perfectly. Demo doing his absolute best to stay alive. Lucky doing so much work on the MP9, and then even getting the second kill onto Demo. That was a great round from him. But when it came down to Cabby getting that kill, he couldn't. Still, they go for another force buy. They get the bomb plant. They do the damage, but that's a post plant that you feel like you should be winning and converting into a round win.
It is going to give you confidence, though, because you get up onto the site, right? You get up onto the site, you're in a chance to win it. All it came down to was, look, in the post plant, you miss a few shots. It happens. It's, you know, you're not going to hit every shot 100% of the time. The MAC-10 going to ring that bell and get a whole lot closer. Chow is absolutely hitting toes, getting away from that engagement.
Yeah, now you can slow it down, right? You see him just fall back straight away. That's a clear signal that he was alone towards that B bomb side. There wasn't a third player, so you can slow it down, let them rotate that third guy, and now you know you've divided the CT side defenses.
Oh, the swing, the opt and shoot. Chow gets the refrag. Iceberg, he wants to be the man to do it all. A 1v1.
He didn't spot him cross.
No.
He doesn't know he's on the side.
Demo finding that frag onto Cabby elsewhere over towards that A-bomb site might force Quez back. A false sense of security. Sure, Iceberg, back turn, Chow, one of the easiest kills he's going to get all series. And well, Quez, now that Molotov doesn't burn him. Exist is going to swing out. Quez cannot react in time, and that is another Enterprise round. We're not going to see a force this time round for Espionage. Eventually that has been stopped, and that is the risk that you do run. If you continue to force, all of a sudden when the money dries up, you might just be handing Enterprise now an 11th round.
Yeah, you could be, right? And this could be Enterprise just running away with it on the back of a pretty competitive second half, but Espionage not being able to have a single proper buy round because of all those forces that are pretty well justified. But when they don't work out, you're in a pretty sticky situation.
It's the same story, right, that we've seen on Nuke, though, because we didn't see the guns up on the T side for Enterprise for what, I want to say 4 or 5 rounds even, because they kept going for these force buys.
Yeah. I guess the big difference between the previous map and this one is that Espionage have been getting extremely close to winning the rounds.
They've been getting bomb plants, you know, it has looked quite close, whereas Enterprise...
It does encourage you. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's not just you trying to force the issue, it's you just acting on, I guess, some type of a result and potential. It does look like the right decision to go for those plays, but again, if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. And in that scenario, it doesn't work out in quite a bad way. Friend with a nice little triple there on the ABP, mowing them down. This is the first time in a while that we've seen a clean round for either side. And it's quite a good one. Okay, that's a nice shot from Mister. There's one. If you shut down the M4, then suddenly you're hit with a bomb plant too, my friend, and probably a chance at a 1v5 ace clutch, but not really gonna happen. M4 wins the fight. That's 4 in a row now on the CT side, and Espionage coming up with a buy round that they desperately need. Otherwise, we're going to the third.
If you're Enterprise right now, you're feeling some kind of way about this punishment pick. You deciding to go for an Inferno, which, you know, you don't really have many reps on, but the last time out you had a pretty impressive performance. So happy that it's going your way for sure, but job is not done, especially with Lucky picking up opening kills like that. Mister getting aggressive. The refrag is okay, but it's not going to be too much for Enterprise to go off, especially with Espionage creeping closer towards long. Chow gets there in the nick of time. That rotation was definitely needed. Iceberg looking to try and find a timing, and he will find a kill with it. Now they can just crunch upon this bomb site. Oh, where he's just nearly caught in transition. Yeah, he's been spotted out. He's been dropped, and our Espionage back.
Yeah, that was the money jiggle, by the way, from Cabby there. That was the perfect jiggle peak, right? He didn't expose himself, didn't give the player in towards pit a chance to even fire a bullet. He just spots him out, hides, wait for his teammates to get in a good position. Apartments player just holds the right hand side. He can keep on jiggling, and they can wait for the long grab to come in. It was extremely uncomfortable for the pit player. By me, we'll hold on to that AVP. They have plenty of cash to go once again with the investment, but this doesn't look like it's done, right? It doesn't look like a comfortable 11-7. You remember how close some of those rounds were for Espionage, and you're thinking that Enterprise have actually been, well, they have been doing a really good job to win the post plans, but we haven't seen too many comfortable ones, bar that anti-eco in the last one. So you can't really write Espionage off. I mean, they might be down in score, but they surely have been really competitive on that T side. There could be an avalanche coming up. It does have to start with a snowball first, though.
Yeah, I like this from Enterprise as well, though, right? I mean, they're going to call a tactical timeout. They're going to have a little bit of a talk. They know that, okay, we're still in a really good position here, but this could start getting away from this. And yeah, you don't want that snowball effect to happen, because, I mean, once it starts rolling, you're not going to really be able to stop it. And we've seen this game be extremely streaky before, and you just don't want Espionage to get into that flow state again, or, I mean, you're going to have a bad time, and this series is going to be over and done with in 2. So Enterprise will just put all their ideas on the table for what they want to do.
If you let them, they can fly over you like the Danish wind. And Danish wind is, for those of you that know, you know.
It'll cut you in half, that Danish wind, I tell you what.
This turbo. This one quick. Iceberg kills down by me. That's a great opening kill, and he's going to keep on pressing forward. This is a little bit risky. He's got a child. Those nades, they're going to do so much damage to them, and Iceberg doubles up and doubles down. Exits, he's so low on HP, and they've spotted him out. And now you know there's no one towards the bomb site. You're not getting baited right now. You're not tripping. You haven't missed the timing. You know exactly where he is, and he's low on HP. There's nothing he can do about it.
Yeah, they're just going to take their time, take no chances, wait for the smoke to be up and cross safely. Now you know the op is there as well. Exist is going to give himself up and give himself away, and now he has to try and get back. Demo dropped, and Enterprise must feel like they are just being boxed in, and that's because they are. Quez on the lurk is just making sure that they are not going to get away with these rifles. This could get heavy for Enterprise if they're not careful, and it's looking like it already has. Friend in the library, and he'd want to read a book about surviving. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to learn quickly enough.
This is a massive blow. There's something cooking. The comeback is on right now. Iceberg opening things up, just mowing them down. That felt too comfortable. It felt too easy for Espionage. It was so convincing. This is not the round that you want to be played out after a tactical timeout if you're Enterprise, and you're dead right to go for this one if you're Espionage right now. You want to make sure that everyone stays focused, right? You just want 2 extremely important and comfortable rounds. You want to keep it going. It's an eco with a hero AVP coming up for a friend here. This is interesting. He didn't save it, right? So he's decided to go for that purchase here. He's invested everything that he's got. Are they going for a force buy? Surely not, right? They have a Zeus, they have a smoke. Friend has just purchased an AVP with armor, and he's going to be surrounded by a full eco.
Are we going to see a little bit of recycling done from Enterprise?
If he dies, they can't have a proper purchase, and he's going to be stuck with an MP9 in the next round.
I'm just gonna say this once and once only. Don't try and question Enterprise because they are lunatics with what they force. And
can I question now?
Yeah, you can.
Thank you.
You have my permission.
Or not yet. Chow picked up the O, but now they know where the gun is, and they are aware of the money situation. So even with the AK being picked up, the reaction from Espionage should be fairly rapid, and you can see them just taking space. They will hear the steps of Chow rotating back. And he's making no mistake of it. So the peak will lead to his demise. The AVP not getting anything done, bar that one kill towards Banana. Demo getting one as well on the USB, but it's all going to fall down to Baimi holding on to the AK. So you know what? I actually apologize for questioning because Baimi's going to drop that AK over to Friend or an M4 or a FAMAS. So they will have 5 rifles in the next round. But still, Espionage get 9 on the board.
They do. AK helps, yeah, definitely for sure. Especially with Friends money, which is in the absolute bin. And so
that
was
was
his confidence, by the way. After
that was the Gen Z strength of words, by the way. you just see it in the chat, definitely for sure. But
definitely for sure.
Yeah, you just put the FS. Defo for sure. Gen Z.
Friends'
Rocks.
confidence is going to be absolutely shattered by that, by the way. Like, you go for that peak and you get killed like that.
Yeah, and you're so fired up going into the round, right? You're like, okay, I'm gonna have one of those moments. I'm gonna have one of those highlights where I just go and kill 3 people. We pick up the guns, we steal it away on the back of my only AVP, my one and only gun in this round, and then you just get absolutely Ferrari peaked by a player on a pixel angle.
I'm about to have my I'm him moment. I am him. Oh,
Yeah,
I am dead.
I'm him, the one that's not in the living, not amongst them.
Oh, lucky. Through the smoke, Friend. It's Friend again. He's down. Oh, not been perfect last 2 rounds. Mister getting aggressive. And, well, Lucky's
Molotov
Molotov.
refrag.
Yeah, that will get the kill officially. Mister did probably all the damage. And luckily, Baimi was there for this refrag. Now, Espionage are walking into the more heavily stacked bomb site. I say that.
They could evade them.
Yeah, it is towards the apartments. Quez needs to be perfect on this reaction here. Didn't see the gun barrel. Oh, it doesn't matter. The damage wasn't enough to take him down. And now he knows there's at least one. Now they know there is 2. They need to win the fight. Demo finds that kill. There's the molly in. Exist is going to take that one on the chin. And Enterprise might just have to take this round on the chin. I think this one is lost. And Quez, he wants his revenge.
Does he hear the steps? Yep. Now he does. He knows exactly what's going on. He's going to go for the peak. He's missed them, though. He's going for the hunt here. You look at the money on the Espionage, they don't really care. They know it's a save. They know no one's going to go for Ninja Defuse. Gabby's going to stay around for good measure. But the big issue is what happens if Exist falls down. I think he's been able to actually slip through, walk in towards Banana, so he will stay alive most likely. But this is going to be double digits Espionage. This is 10 on the board, and it's once again consecutive rounds on Inferno. That's been the trend. You look at how things have been going. Espionage won 10 in a row to close out the first map. That was a 4-0 lead here for them on Inferno. But now they're building up back into it. After Enterprise were able to make us believe. They were able to make us believe that we were going to a 3rd map and that they would answer back and Inferno would really end up being a punishment pick. But it's not looking like a punishment pick now. I mean, it could be, but the other way around. It could punish Enterprise's ambitions for a clean run through the group stage.
Espionage have really started clicking in these last few rounds. The entries have been going their way. And that's something that Enterprise really need to address. They have been going for these kind of aggressive peaks, whether it be towards Banana or be towards middle, but they just haven't worked out. And unfortunately for Friend, it's been him that's been, dropped in the majority of them. He's trying to go for something, whether it be with this solo AWP, whether it be with a rifle just to peek down middle, going down through a smoke. Yes, some of them have been unfortunate, but within the first, I want to say 10 or 15 seconds, you're losing a player, which is not ideal. And even though sometimes there's a refrag, sometimes there isn't, and Espionage just seeing their names in the kill feed first does a lot for their mentality. Massive HE onto Chow to start this one off. Silent boost in towards the apartments, and another opening frag. Another entry for Espionage.
And it's so early too, right? Minute 30, you have so much time to play out this round in the exact way that you want to. You're in no rush. You can just slow it down, deploy some utils, see if the CTs will react in any way, shape, or form. And they are reacting. But the reaction might be the best one possible. Friend, going with the idea of going for the rotation utility, but they've left the A bomb site. They're going to be quick to rotate back towards B. And this is where the AK is as of right now.
Yeah, Cabby's just kind of selling this fake for the moment.
Did they realize? He's going back. They won't realize. Miami's going to get boosted.
Yeah, he's in a good position to do some damage here. I don't know if Espionage are just going to come out clearing this. Especially with an AK, it's just about if he can dodge the flashes. He's definitely good for one, but now that it's been given up, now they're just going to molly over. Chow needs to drop this smoke. He keeps it for himself, and he will extinguish it. Mr. Seen Out by me needs to do really it all as the T's want to go back, but they walk right into the Zeus. Cabby, no. He goes down. He gives away an AK. No, it's not. There's no saving here. Foot on the gas, foot on the accelerator. They're going to sprint into this A bomb site, but they could be absolutely anywhere. Friends playing an off angle. The flash doesn't catch him. He turns around in time. He will take down one, and it's just Quez now trying to get up on the site, but the pistols, the AKs, they're everywhere, and they'll lock in a 12th round. Espionage, have they fallen so close to maybe getting to the finish line?
Oh, so close, and yet so far. That was 2 AKs and 3 pistols. They get rid of the first rifle straight away. But it was so disjointed, right? It felt like they didn't want to commit. It felt like they were just afraid of a potential stack, and they just didn't play it together. You're sending one player in towards pool. He dies, and then instantly Cabby tries to find a gap in towards the A-bomb side. He goes down, and there is just a sprint. 2 versus 4. That doesn't go their way. Enterprise still one more. Now they have 2 chances to close this one out in regulation. Espionage needs 2 in a row to force OT.
Yeah, they do. They've got the weapons to do so. They've got a lot of utility that right now they're focusing on taking that banana control, or at least forcing the T's back, which is good. Fighting for that piece control is huge, and they have that part of the puzzle for now. And they haven't given away an entry, which is perfect.
Yeah, this is the first time in a while that we've reached the 1 minute mark with a 5 versus 5. And you can tell that Espionage are a little bit nervous, but Enterprise are just not giving them anything this time around. Brent just posted in towards Speedway with the AVP, quick rotation in towards the B-bomb side if needed, covering long for his 2 teammates that are playing that Balkan pit setup. This is looking like a pretty solid defense, and they still have a lot of util on offer on the CT side.
This is a little bit of a problem, though, because if the execute is good, which usually from a Danish team, they're well thought out, then it could be really a big problem. Exists Jiggler with a Molotov just as Espionage are going to try and spring up towards short. They need to go. There's 20 seconds. There isn't enough time. They need to smoke this and try and go through it, but they're going to weigh it out. Exist is burning up. 20 HP, and eventually he's going to be taken down. Demo has his knife out. What is going on? Enterprise fall on A, and this has to be one where the rest of them fall away.
Did it crash? Did it disconnect? That was so... If that was the case, this was so awful. If not, it's just awkward, right? It felt like they had the right idea. It felt like they had the right pieces, but as you pointed out, the execute was just perfect. The AVP was getting ready for the B rotation. They were expecting a B play, and look at him go for the hunt now. They know there's 3 guns they're trying to save right now. If we get those kills, they have nothing. Friend gets 1, but Lucky was there. That was just the bait on Iceberg. Refrag confirmed. AVP might not get saved up for the next round. By me needs a double. There's the first one. Looking for another. Lucky gives him the jiggle. By me wins the fight. And Chow will shut down Mister. They will be able to hold on to the rifles. They will be able to hold on to the AVP too. So Enterprise at least have that going on for them. And yeah, it was a disconnect from Demo. This is extremely unlucky.
I hold my hands up there. All right. Okay. Right. It looked extremely weird from my point of view. So
it wasn't natural. So I guess it makes sense.
No, I was like, what is going on here? Like, did he hit his like, did he pull out his knife by accident? Did he hit maybe a key on his keyboard? No, he disconnected. And, well, that's just a horrible scenario. And it's on Inferno again. I mean, look, is that the new Jame time?
Well, you never know. The new Jame time.
In an important round, you just disconnect.
You're saving your dignity. Like, I can't be blamed for not getting a double kill out of this. I just disconnected. It's not my fault. He's saving his confidence, you know. Technically, you've lost the round, but you haven't died. So you haven't lost the fight, which would ruin your or diminish your confidence a little bit, and you're avoiding that. Is that the psychological angle we're going with?
Sure.
You dodged it on purpose.
Yeah, why not? Why
Quite
not?
literally dodged the bullet.
Obviously, unfortunately, that's in all seriousness a bad way to lose a round. I'm gonna go out on a limb here, Ted.
And hopefully everybody realizes that we're joking. I firmly hope so. He did not do it on purpose.
It just happens sometimes, and well, now when you're looking at that kind of round, I'm gonna go out on a limb here and just make an assumption here, and
Sure.
you know, I don't think they were going to hold on to that bomb site anyway, so I don't think it was going to make too much of a difference.
No. The only way is he gets away with a triple, but he wasn't getting away with a triple.
No,
probably.
not from that position. I think he was getting 2 at most, but probably more than likely 1. The spacing from Espionage was quite solid. So, you know, look, we'll never know, but that's just my personal opinion. You know, I don't think they were going to hold. I think
Which
it was a
you're
good
in
call
your
and a good
complete
round.
right to state
Yeah.
and share. Everyone's attuned to their own personal opinion.
Especially when they got the first kill, like the double pit setup, and they've already taken down the first player. I think they were going to clear it regardless and just, you know, trade out. But then again, we have seen Cabby, you know, produce some magic from the pit. Maybe
But that
they
wasn't
they were
Cabby,
inspired.
again.
Yeah, but maybe they were inspired by Cabby. So,
All right.
yeah.
Or there's a lot of performance pressure, and it's the position bias.
Oh.
You see what this guy did from that position. Now I need to do the same. Am I going to be able to withstand the pressure? I'm not necessarily sure.
Yeah, I need to like show you.
Can I
that
match him?
Yeah, I'm the better pit player. He got
No,
3, well,
I
I'm
mean-
gonna get 4. Yeah.
Yeah. That might
And
be
then-
wishful thinking.
And then you just don't get any. Yeah.
See? I am special. You got 3 kills? I disconnected before you even saw it. That's how quickly I can type. Well, thankfully, demo's back in the server, so we should be getting back to proceedings here any moment now. For those of you that are maybe just joining in, ladies and gents, just to give you a quick tour on what's going on. This is the first game of the day. It's obviously the last day of week 1 here at the main Swiss. We're going from Monday till Thursday each week with the main Swiss games. This is the final day of round number 1, so only opening matchups, no elimination, no playoff qualification on the line, nothing too much. It's just a good start to the tournament, just, you know, getting a grip of what's to come in the next couple of weeks. Espionage on the back of winning their map pick of Nuke in a 13-6 fashion, as you can see on the top right corner of your screen right now, are now trying to force an OT on their opponent's map pick, which could lead to potentially them winning in the 2-0 fashion. And we have one more game coming up after this one. It will see Zero Tenacity take on the Alliance. It should start around 2 p.m. Central European time. Obviously, it depends on this one. If this one ends in 2, it's probably starting on schedule. If it doesn't, we might have a slight delay. All right. And we will wait for a little bit longer, because sometimes a player being absent from the server for a long period of time makes other players believe that they have the time to do something else. So we're giving it we're gonna give them a couple more seconds. It's been an exhausting series.
Yeah, it has, but, well, no more time needed. We're back underway. We are back live, and, well, let's see if Enterprise have had enough time to, you know, gather themselves, regain, focus up after that last round, because they can still close this one out in regulation and force a third. Espionage need an OT if they want to dream of 2 to still be alive. This round means everything for what way the series goes.
Early exchange of utility. Mr. has been really successful in towards Banana in the last couple rounds in his opening endeavors, and this is another useful nade landing on top of Baimi and Chow.
Yeah, you can see now though, after they've thrown their util, they are going to be respecting Espionage a little bit more. They've, you know, lost a good few gunfights towards top Banana. They don't want to lose it at an important round like this, so they'll back up away. They're just going to deploy their utility, and they might maybe think about throwing some retake util a little bit later on, but it might be too little too late right now, because Espionage, they're so close.
Oh, this is good. That might keep them occupied. See that rotation player? Exist is not going to move because of that one smoke. This is great. This is absolutely perfect.
And now the hit comes in. Chow in towards first oranges. Iceberg is the only player on his screen for now. Mister comes around pre-firing though and takes him off the site. And now Espionage should have complete control. They'll even find a second Quez over towards that A site. Still doing the damage, selling the fake, and even cutting off some rotations.
Be so late.
Yeah, he's going to be absolutely in Enterprise's heads and minds. Are they going to be considering him? Lucky waiting, burning. Oh, and he hits the flick before he burns up and burns out. But Enterprise are already close, and Quez needs to get here a whole lot faster. Mister does a little bit of damage. Cabby trying to stay alive, worried about Banana, but now turns towards the ruins, hits the headshot. Exist needs to clutch up in the 1 versus 2. Is he going to be sprayed down to the coffins, and instead he's going to be put in one? 12-12. We go to overtime. We cannot settle this in regulation.
What a genius round from Espionage that is. I can't stress it enough. That one smoke coming out of the boiler, the fact that they had no vision in towards the brackets. Enterprise had the right idea, but Exist spots that smoke. Here's the Molotov. He's going back. That creates a massive opportunity for Espionage to attack that B-bomb site only against 2 defenders. And then I want to talk about Lucky. I pointed out Genius. He was aware he's not getting alive out of there. He wasn't playing for his life. He was playing for the sacrifice. He wanted to sacrifice himself and take one of the Enterprise players with him in hell, and he did that.
OT on the cards. Enterprise are going to switch it up, it would seem. They were maybe considering to go aggressive towards middle. I was looking forward to maybe something like that. They want to try and find this entry, but it's not going to happen just yet, and eventually it does. That's Quez, the man that has been causing all those headaches over towards A. Look at the damage that has been done to the T side here. Enterprise have somehow found a footing now in this opening round, but they need to hold on to it. Aggression towards top Banana comes in. Flash is good. Bajmi just locks in 2 kills. The smoke was perfect from Chow as well. Perfectly timed. They hold on, and they have a 5v2 that they just need to convert. Make that a 5v1.
Yeah, of course you win the first round as you go into overtime. You just needed 1 to close it out in regulation, but this is the rules of CS, right? It's how the game works. You're struggling to pick up 1, and then in the moment that the bonus rounds start, you get 1 easily with 5 people surviving. Now, yeah, it will be 5 surviving. Lucky actually doesn't get the kill onto Baimi, so it's a nice little triple kill there in towards that B bomb side. It did look a little bit risky the moment that the 2 B players actually decided to hold on to their aggressive stances towards the top of Banana. Mister being low on HP, the flash not really catching by me there even without turning around. Wasn't good enough. And they convert onto it perfectly. This is going to do quite a lot for your confidence as well now if you're Enterprise. A clean round on the CT side. The half on which both teams struggled a little bit more during regulation.
Friend needs to be so careful here. That molly's good. Forces Lucky back, because he was a real danger to the upper. Just realizing that that's a possibility. It's something that Lucky likes to go for. Won't be punished by it. Now, where did that smoke land? Gave the roof a nice little hat, but Not gonna be much use in practicality. Oh, Iceberg
Flash.
somehow still alive. Chow's burning up. Yeah, they know surely where he is. He's forced into first oranges here as the hit from Espionage is about to happen. They're looking for a little bit more. Iceberg good for the refrag. Cabby takes down Basmi through the smoke. Oh, and Cabby collects the bomb. Thought he was going to send it through the CT smoke there, but he doesn't. And Enterprise move a little bit closer. 3 versus 4. This retake is still on the cards, but it's going to be very difficult with this crossfire.
Yeah, but look at the util. They have 2 smokes, a Molotov, and a couple flashes. They can make it work with the nades.
Oh, especially because that's going to take down Cabby. No, it doesn't. Oh, he's somehow still standing. 9 HP. The flashes rain over. Friend was actually flying by a team flash there, I believe. As Iceberg drops down, he's going to fall. Lucky gets aggressive in towards CT. Needs to win that fight, and they continue to win every single one of them, except Friend taps the bomb, trying to bait out a peek. Lucky swings on round. Friend hits the headshot, but it's too little too late. Eventually out of bullets, and he will fall along with everybody in the round as we tie this game up once again. Who's going to have this advantage heading into the second half?
You can never tell. That you can feel a little bit unfortunate there, a little bit sympathetic even towards Enterprise, right? If that nade gets the kill to the pool player, that retake is on. The 3 versus 3 with so much utility, they make it so close after wasting so much time and not getting the kill onto the player in pool. Cabby just being a threat, being a thorn. And their hills. 13-13. We're leveled up once again. Nade on top of the orb. That's great unconfirmed damage. Double up setup actually for Enterprise. It's not Friend, it's Chow.
Yeah.
On the AVP. He had it a couple times. Worked out for him. And it will again.
Yeah, that's a good opening. So sometimes you need to just bring out the double off to make something work, to try and kind of figure it out. But when you're up against an opera that's not usually an opera, sometimes they might think about overstepping the mark. Luckily, Chow is a very experienced guy. Knowledge.
Strength.
Of the game. Something that he has plenty of, and knows that if he goes for a repeat there, he's in a real danger.
Yeah, counts as blessings. BXE still coming up. Look at the amount of Molotovs on the bomb side. 3 mollies on the execute, 2 smokes too. But look at the space that Quest has been able to take. Now, they should realize that they just need to slow it down. He's caught a perfect timing. They just need to wait for him. Bomb's gonna get planted. Quest is in a perfect position once again. They have no idea. He's caught a massive timing. And it's all about hearing the steps. And he has free kill onto the first one. He needs more though. There's still 3 more players in towards the Riz. Quest trying to go for the fight, and he goes down.
Yeah, he does. He has dropped the opera at least. And well, they know that Chow is still going to be here. He's going to be creeping his way forward. Flash actually doesn't do anything at all to Cabby. He's got a clear line of sight and taps one down. They get aggressive. Then was the man throwing all the util as it rains on over. If Cabby wins this fight, that is absolutely huge. As Lucky and Mister, they try and hold on. Now it's just down to the opera, but both are low. The Tech 9 could have done it, but it won't. Enterprise will snatch this one away just about in the nick of time. If that kill from lands for Lucky, which he has hit nearly every single time. I mean, I haven't seen him really get unfortunate in a time that he's needed it, but this time it just doesn't go his way.
Yeah, that was, again, a really close post plan, right? Quest doing so much, getting that 1 kill, just being a disturbance in the round. And even though they get the refrag, the T's were still able to get a hold of the bomb site. Cabby shuts down Chow straight away. Flash fails. Smoking. Mister's got an isolated 1v1. Tags down the player in towards deep CT, but doesn't get the kill. And then Lucky, a 1 versus 2 with a Tech 9 against both players that are, or 2 players that are 1 bullet away from death. This is like a wish come true, but it turns into a nightmare straight away. Couldn't land a single bullet. 14-13 Enterprise. 1 ahead as we head into the second half of OT.
Just takes quite an unhealthy amount of damage there, unfortunately. Mister's going to take deep control of Banana. This hasn't really been heard, but you should know that it's definitely a possibility, especially with Espionage continuing to output smokes down deep, as Enterprise are still happy enough to just sit patiently. They've got an abundance of utility that they're going to use now in just a moment, I believe, to force off brackets. And Espionage, they're happy enough to rotate and leave Iceberg The man with the plan, just to lock down that B site.
Yeah, smoke in towards long. They're trying to do the same thing that they did in regulation, right? They throw in the split smoke and they're trying to bait out the rotations. But look at the presence in towards the brackets. The CTs are not going to give it away. They know exactly what's going on. And Iceberg is just going to jump spot. I think they've heard him. Oh, he's spotting the heads. He needs to run out of there, but it's too late. Chao catches the perfect timing. The B-bomb side is done.
Yeah, he's crouched underneath the wall there, just not going to be seen. Exist now is going to be in the Quez position, where Quez has had so much success on the lurk, locking off those rotations, and Quez is so worried about where he could possibly be. Espionage, it's a two-man retake. It's a 2 versus 4 here over towards B right now. Quez on the jiggle is going to be good enough to spot out Exist, but he's still just staying alive, and Quez is locked into this fight right now. Elsewhere, Lucky hits the headshot onto Friend, and well, Espionage, they're going to give this a bash at least, and they're giving it a great go, especially with Mr. claiming 2. They know it's just demo here, and oh, Lucky caught swapping over. That's it done. Quez is a million miles away, and you can hand this round to Demo and Exist. They were the men to get it done, and especially Exist, because he had Quez occupied for forever and a day.
Oh, that was so down to the wire there. Lucky had a 1 versus 1, and he knows that he's got a 1 versus 1, right? I have no idea how the rifle gets the kills. Iceberg just making a step on the jump spot and still committing to it. That was too risky. There's the replay. Lucky getting the first one. The rifle of Mr. He shouldn't be getting away with a double here. The swing from Chao was too late. Mr. gets the 2 kills, and it was all down to Lucky. He needed to get that kill. If he does, the round is going in favor of the CTs. And now it's Enterprise with 2 more map points here. They had 2 in regulation on the CT side. Now it's roles reversed, but it's again Enterprise in the driving seat.
Yeah, it is. Enterprise just need 1 now, and to be fair, they've rarely put a foot wrong in OT. They've looked quite solid. Nades are going to land in here, but Espionage want to get aggressive. That's a wonderful refrag. There was just a pixel of Iceberg's head left towards top banana, towards that half wall, and he's able to hit it. Mr. down to 25 HP. Big risk if he sticks around, but now he cannot go back. Friend has him locked in.
He doesn't know it. He's going to move forward. Mr. so low on HP. He's going to try and go for the fight. They've tagged him down. Oh, he's so low. He's walking on ice. He's got another smoke. There goes the jump, and that's what Fred was waiting for. You get that kill. You want to run it down, though. Do you believe that he was all alone?
You still have 2 players over to try and deal with this lurk. This time it's Demo here. It's not even Exist who was there causing you a headache last round. Cabby's just gonna fall, and Quez now realizes that he is in a 1 versus 3. Was a 1v4, but he originally found the kill, and the deep smoke towards CT actually won't do all that much because he can get past this. But Molly in. Flash is going to go high over, forces the T's out of the crossfire for now, but that leg might just seal it there, and then it's the bullets through the smoke that mean that Enterprise are going to force a 3rd and deciding map, only the 2nd time we've gone to 3 all week, and we will go there after the break.